Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Rocket Rabbit Commentaries run-through of the Wings of Liberty campaign, and we're moving into Supernova with these goddamn useless, terrible goddamn units. I hate them so much! Banshees.
Oh, the salt is real.
The salt is very real. Okay. Now, Banshees in the and if you're actually good at multiplayer, are a really amazing unit because they are relatively good scouts. They've got decent speed. They fly around, and they also have the advantage of cloak and really high damage on grounded targets. The problem is they're relatively expensive, and they require some pretty significant support because they do not have the ability to attack aerial targets. Meaning that against a single Zerg Mutilus can take down a whole flock of 24 Banshees on its own. It'll take it forever, but it can do it.
See, it really makes me wonder if they made an artistic decision to zoom out on the Banshee pilot just so you could see the oxygen tank tube running over the bust of her breast.
I don't know, honestly. We will not be building any more Banshees than the ones that we have currently, which is why we're not going to be going for the other achievements in this one. One of the achievements is to take down 30 enemies with cloaked Banshees. They really want you to be using Banshees for this mission. We're not going to be doing that because fuck Banshees.
Correct. It is just a trophy. If you do not want the trophy, then you definitely don't want the means to getting that trophy.
Right.
Oh, hell. Not these Tal'Darim guys again. They seriously need to learn when to quit.
Can't you see we're busy?
We're building an armory, specifically so that we can actually, one of the big things that we're trying to do is we're gonna try and get a bunch of Thors out, because that is how I always do solve Supernova. For those of you that are unaware of what the circumstance for Supernova is, you'll notice on the minimap there's these large red arrows that that are on the far right side. That is the wave of fire that is currently bombarding the planet. Anything that gets caught in that wave of fire dies almost immediately. This is a smash and grab mission. Our goal is to get the next piece of the relic that we're hunting, and then get out as fast as we can. We'll also be showing off how to pick up the additional Protoss relics that are scattered around the map, mostly by using our rather extensive ground forces.
Of course.
Here is the first relic.
Well, it's not quite like the Donkey Kong Country 3 gigantic saw blade that's forcing you up the tower, trees rather. Rather interesting though. I'm trying to think of a good comparison to this, but nothing really comes to mind. Closest is Armageddon, but the premise of that is that not that they were being chased by a wave of destruction while on the asteroid, but that they only had a limited amount of time in order to operate, which is similar.
Armageddon, that's the one where they decide to attempt to drill through the center of the asteroid and plant a nuclear device in order to try and blow it up.
Well, to break it into smaller pieces, so that
where we ended up drilling into this, attempting to drill into the center of Earth and use a chain of nuclear reactions in order to reset the Earth's rotation speed.
Superman.
Second relic.
Nice.
The other two relics are significant, are much more significantly out of our way, so we're jump cutting into us having our Thors. I love Thors. Thors are so goddamn nice.
I am here. Pick me. I am ready.
No problem. Need some triage?
No problem. No problemo.
Mineral field depleted.
Oh, come on. They definitely had him say no problem because of no problemo.
Yeah, come and fight me.
Okay, Conan the Barbarian.
For the record, that isn't actually that isn't all that reminiscent of Arnold, to be perfectly honest. I mean, well, it's not reminiscent of Conan, rather. I mean, Conan was very soft-spoken in that movie.
Yeah, only, I mean, I know Conan the Barbarian by name. I do not know by name the character that he played in Predator.
Which is weird because I just recently watched the new Predator game review that Angry Joe did like a year ago. I should remember his name and I don't.
Kill me.
You'll note that we don't actually have all that much vest paint going on right now, even with our automated refineries going. And that's going to be an issue for us because it means that we don't really have the ability to generate our science vessels. After another jump cut, we actually do have enough to generate our science vessels, but we don't really need to do it because, well, the immortality protocol for our Thors make it so that we can, just repair them on the field once every, I think it's 90 seconds.
Now, did you have to skip the part where you evacuate everybody from the fire wave? Because I see that during that jump cut interim, that wave of red arrows on the minimap has made some progress across.
Yes, and I did have to skip that because we showed off where we were going with the chains of position.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why I had to skip that because we showed off where our main base is at the moment.
We took the pathway, but we did not see the part where our house had to get wheels and then take the exit onto the highway going south.
Mostly because it didn't have to go. It didn't get wheels to do it. It flew over.
What's the world coming to when a man can't be at peace, driving, minding his own business in the comfort of his own house?
I dislike that Supernova actually limits the amount of minerals that we can get on each location. It does make sense, but it's not something that I'm a fan of.
I think the idea is they wanted to teach the player not to linger in the camp extracting minerals. It's a get up and go kind of mission, not a camp down and hold it down kind of mission.
No, but the thing is, assuming you produce any more than like 3 additional SCVs, you'll outmine each of these resources, each of these resource nodes long before you need, you have successfully cleared out the next node.
Correct. It's one thing to have you move the first time.
We lost our armory. Have to rebuild our armory.
It's another thing to have you have to move a second time to remember that, oh, this is an ongoing thing. And if I get careless, I have to start the whole goddamn 17-minute to 25-minute long process all over again.
20 minutes, honestly. Even if you're relatively slow, like we're being, producing these Thors in order to have a good shot at getting the relics. This mission doesn't honestly take more than 20 minutes usually. Boink!
Put
Thors
that
are so
cookie
fucking
down.
amazing.
Watch this. Been waiting on you.
Pew, 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 pew.
And we did another jump cut in order to secure, just to show off that this force was actually strong enough to break through the front line. Not a lot was actually happening during that. Honestly, they were throwing smaller units at us than our Thors were easily able to counter. I didn't want this mission to be 2 parts long, to be perfectly honest, which is why we have so many smaller cuts in this one.
Yeah, come and fight me.
And there we go. We got all the
can kill
relics,
it.
which we did show on screen, and we got the final piece of the keystone.
Secure. Saddle up, people. We're out of here.
Get to the chopper!
We will pursue you to the end of the universe.
No, you won't.
James Raynor. 1,000 deaths cannot atone for your wanton sacrilege.
He's lying to us, for the record. He doesn't know that he's lying to us, but he is lying to us.
Yes, deception and dramatic irony are great storytelling. Cool running.
And yes, we didn't lose any units to the giant wall of fire. We lost we lost a couple of buildings though, specifically our compound and our armory.
Cool Runnings was a Cuba Gooding Jr. movie.
I have not seen Cool Runnings.
Neither have I. It was about the Jamaican bobsled team
Yep.
No contact.
in the Olympics.
Looks like the Mobius ship hasn't arrived yet.
That's strange. It ain't like them to be late.
Then again, I lost track of what time it was.
Incoming battle cruisers.
The hell is this? Is it motor oil or moonshine?
This flagship is leading them.
Sweet mother of mercy.
Yep, we're gonna find them. We're gonna shoot them in the face. It's the only way.
Commander, this is not a smart move.
You wanted your revolution, kid.
Now you got it.
You got it.
Now for StarCraft
I do like
3,
this. I do like this cinematic specifically because it's one of the few times that we get to see an action piece play out. It's not a very lengthy action piece, but we get to see some interesting character for Tychus' psychopathy.
have a nice day.
Flashbang.
Now, you know how Twin Stick Zombies has like that brief power-up mode where you basically become like quasi-invincible? You take on first-person perspective instead for a second and start to shoot the zombies that way. Yeah, I think that StarCraft 3 should work on something like that.
No, the custom campaigns allow you to do that.
You just, well, I mean, because you have a choice. You become a Marine, Banshee, a Thor, or what have you. You take on, like, first-person aiming perspective, complete with reticle, and you shoot at targets in slow motion.
You won't find my father here, Commander.
Hey, Prince Valerian.
I am Valerian Mengsk. And
I know.
will be
The
a
subtitle had assured me.
Through them, I own you as well.
Tell me why I shouldn't kill you right now.
Book endings, Mr. Raynor. Book endings is the answer to the question.
A chance to rescue Sarah Kerrigan.
Dun dun dun.
Lies and deceit.
No, he does indeed have a way to rescue Sarah. He doesn't
There
know
again.
that that's what it's going to do, but
You've been collecting are of Zelnaga origin. With them, I can construct a device that will reverse the infestation that transformed Kerrigan.
We
into
will
a
use
race.
machines to reverse the process.
You're the only man who's been close to her and lived to tell the tale. You know her tactics, you know her strategies. And I know you'd risk anything for the chance to bring her back.
but why?
Princess Fiona.
Sir, tell me you're not seriously considering this deal with Valerian.
Sounds like a golden deal to me, Jimmy. Kerrigan turns human, takes a bullet between the eyes. You can put your past to rest and still make one hell of a payday.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Tychus.
Yeah,
Assault
Tychus.
Char is a suicide mission. You'd be putting all our lives on the line just to get your girlfriend back.
This is bigger than all of us, Matt. It ain't about me. This is the only real chance we're ever gonna get.
This is war, damn it. War's a numbers
So
game.
which is it gonna be, Jimmy? We bringing Kerrigan back, or putting her in the ground?
That's for
You have to choose.
You both got a lot of prep work.
And for the record, no, we don't. I'm not
Yeah.
entirely sure when when James makes the choice, but before the final assault against Kerrigan, James has decided what we're doing with it.
He had to survive all alone while his daddy was off conquering this sector.
And yes, now that we've maxed out our Protoss research, any additional Protoss research we found on the maps gets immediately sold off.
Nice.
Kate Lockwell for
Hey,
UNS.
Kate.
Tonight, top Dominion military analysts are still confused and relieved to report that while attacks do continue throughout the fringe, the main Zerg push into Dominion space seems to have slowed.
Uh-oh.
That's wonderful news, Kate. Our boys have really taken the fight to the Zerg.
Of course, Donnie. But there's
Yes,
also
the
a sense
Zerg.
that whatever the Zerg were after,
The only
they've survived,
headline.
or they've given
Just
up on it.
Zerg.
We may never know.
You heard it here first.
That was one of the vaguest broadcasts I've seen yet, and I've seen a lot of rather vague broadcasts from UNN.
There's another 40,000 credits. And I think we're going to go talk to Hill in order to get the Dusk Wings. Just because I don't like the Banshees doesn't mean that I don't respect the mercenary unit, the Dusk Wings, the mercenary unit that the Dusk Wings are. And we do finally purchase the Devil Dogs.
You're hired. You're fired.
To the Armory console. And yeah, this is where we can upgrade our Banshees a bit if we want to. We're not going to, because fuck Banshees.
Oh, they tried. It's nice to have options.
It is, but I really wish I was better at the game enough to actually like Banshees, because Banshees are honestly a very good specialty unit. But no, I'm not gonna fucking use them. I'm just not.
We have an even better idea. Marine medic.
Upgrade the Goliath a bit.
Marine medic.
Yeah.
Needs more Thor.
Trying to fix my mouse.
We're receiving a transmission from the Bucephalus. Prince Valerian's holding on the communicator for you.
Alright. And in the next episode, we'll be going over to the Sigma Quadrant.
Sigma 5.
But this was the end of this recording session, so be safe, everybody.
Thanks for watching, guys.